This is about 2, 3 a.m. and I can't even sleep.
Dear listeners, thanks for watching my video. Down the line, a lot has happened and it will interest you to know the genesis of what actually happened and present your judgment. Is Ebuka Songs supposed to apologize? Your worries will be answered as we unfold. Please listen till the end to get full details about this issue. Ebuka Songs appears to have indirectly apologized for his previous stance on his relationship with Reverend Kesiena, Peller. While not explicitly mentioning names, his recent post on social media, which many interpreted as an apology, reflected a change in attitude and a desire for peace. In the post, he acknowledged that emotions can sometimes outweigh grace and expressed his desire to preserve the fire of the gospel, suggesting a shift from his previous, more defensive posture. Here's a breakdown of the situation. Ebuka Songs faced criticism and backlash from fans for his initial response to Reverend Kesiena. Humble reflection, he then shared a post with a more humble tone, suggesting a change in perspective. The post, while not a direct apology, acknowledged that emotions can sometimes overshadow grace, which many saw as an indirect apology. Focus on peace. He emphasized that peace is more powerful than pride and expressed love for all ministers who seek to preserve the gospel. Dear listeners, if you are new in our channel, please encourage us by subscribing to our channel so as not to miss our other interesting videos. What actually happened until Ebuka Songs is giving apologies? Here is the full story. Let's get started. Ebuka Songs faces backlash for Twitch worship session with Peller. Controversy sparks mixed reactions from clergy and Christians online. While some leaders call out the gospel artist for spiritual recklessness, others, including Apostle Johnson Suleiman, urge for understanding, unity, and intercession, emphasizing the need for soul winning over public shaming. Gospel artist Ebuka Songs is at the center of online debate following his recent appearance on popular Twitch streamer Peller's live session. During the broadcast, Ebuka led a worship session, singing some of his well-known songs. However, controversy erupted when Peller playfully mimicked speaking in tongues and sang the lyrics inaccurately, behavior that many viewers found irreverent. Several prominent voices in the Christian community, including evangelist Kesiena and Apostle Tolu, have openly criticized Ebuka for what they deemed a serious lapse in spiritual judgment. They argue that by participating in such an unserious setting, Ebuka may have undermined the sanctity of worship and the power behind the songs he's known for. Apostle Tolu was especially vocal, suggesting that the Twitch moment was a misrepresentation of spiritual realities, and questioned why Ebuka would permit the sacred to be diluted before an audience that may not understand or respect its depth. He further cited past warnings and prophetic words that came to caution Ebuka after he ministered at an event and the apostle followed up next to go minister and then realized how dry the atmosphere was. Online, the backlash grew stronger with citizens demanding clarity on who Ebuka's spiritual authority or covering is, asking that such a leader step in and call him to order. One ex-user posted, "We want to know who Ebuka's father in the Lord is. Because this can't continue. We must protect the altar." However, not all responses were critical. A significant number of users rose to Ebuka's defense, labeling the outrage as overly judgmental. These defenders reminded others that even Jesus sat and dined with sinners, not to endorse their ways, but to influence them with the truth. One viral tweet read, "Y'all are dragging Ebuka for sitting with a secular person on live like Christ didn't walk into Zacchaeus' house or chill with Matthew the tax collector. Relax." Among those calling for calm and understanding was Apostle Johnson Suleiman, who publicly defended Ebuka Songs. In a post on his verified social media accounts, the revered clergyman stated, "I've seen the video. Ebuka meant no harm. He's young, on fire, and navigating uncharted spaces. Instead of tearing him down, let's stand in prayer for him. We need such bold moves to be backed with power." Ebuka himself has since responded to the criticism with a calm but heartfelt message, "I appreciate the corrections from fathers and voices I respect. However, I won't allow myself to go down like how other mentors have died and gone down by the criticisms of other so-called men of God. I am a young boy in my early 20s, I have time. I could have chosen to live my life how I wanted but decide to follow Jesus. What were you doing when you were my age? You were an occultist and sinner. My intent was never to desecrate what is sacred but to be a light in a dark place. I believe in correction and I remain open to being groomed for greater impact. Pray for me. This incident serves as a timely reminder that while discernment and spiritual sensitivity are key, so too is the need for grace, mentorship, and perspective. Like Apostle Paul said in 1 Corinthians 9 verse 22, I have become all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. The aim should never be to compromise the gospel but to advance it, even if it means stepping into uncomfortable or unconventional spaces. The Christian community must resist the urge to cast stones and instead channel that passion into intercession. Imagine if the next time Ebuka or any gospel voice joins such a platform, the tangible power of God breaks through so strongly that both the celebrity and their fanbase are impacted for eternity. In moments like this, neither the victim nor the critic is entirely wrong. But what matters most is how we respond, with truth, in love, and with a heart for winning souls. Thanks so much for listening. If you are new, please help us by subscribing to our channel so as not to miss our other interesting videos coming up next.